Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on this channel. Now today, as Euro 2016 is about to kick off, so it is going to kick off this afternoon. It is Friday the 10th of June finally. After the end of the Premiership season, we've had a couple of weeks. We had a few weeks without football, and finally football has returned for a month and a bit now, or for a month now. And today, as it is the start of the tournament, I decided why not do a prediction video for Euro 2016. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to do a group stage prediction. So we are, and I'm going to see how well I can do in predicting the top two positions in the group stage, and also how the rest of the groups will form. So I've got a point system today, and the point system is going to be split in two for two very important reasons. There's going to be the top two positions, and then there's going to be a third place, as the third place teams are going to be involved. I think 4 out of the 6 teams are going to be involved in the next knockout stage after the group stage. So the points are going to be, I'm going to get 2 points plus a bonus point if I get the top 2 teams correct, plus in the right order. So if I get first right and second right, I get 2 points for getting the 2 teams correct, plus a bonus point for getting them in the right order. I get 2 points if I get the top 2 teams correct, and if they're in any order. I get 1 point for if I get one team correct out of the top 2, and one of the teams isn't in the top 2 that I've predicted. And I get 0 points if I predict 0. If I get 0 teams in the top 2, if none of the teams that I predicted to finish in the top 2 actually finish in the top 2. And the third place point system, I get 2 points for, as I've said already, the highest, or 4 teams out of the 4 teams that finish third are going to proceed into the next knockout stage. They are the top 4 highest points or something like that. They're going to work out. So they are in the highest points or highest goal difference or whatever to make it the top 4, and they're going to proceed. And with the point system, I get 2 points for predicting that the third place team is going to finish in third place, and then the third place team is in the top 4 of the third place teams. If you get me now, like, I get 1 point if the third place team is in third place, obviously, and it doesn't proceed into the next knockout stage, so it doesn't finish in the top 4. So there's going to be 2 teams, 2 groups that I'm going to get a maximum of 1 point for third place, and then 0 as the same with the top 2. If I don't get third place, if the team that I think doesn't finish in third place, I get 0 points for that. So we're going to move on. Group A. The group consists of France, Romania, Albania and Switzerland. And my prediction is going to be France top, Switzerland second, Romania third and Albania fourth. So my reasons for this, for France, let's start off top to bottom. France are the hosts. They're the joint favourites to win the tournament outright, joint with Germany, as we'll see later. And I think the only concern should be against Switzerland. They're without Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema, but I think they have enough quality, they have enough class with Pogba, Payet, Griezmann, and that's only to name a few. But I think they shouldn't worry about getting out of the group, but topping the group. I think as their hosts, as their favourites, I think they'll top the group. So I'm beating Switzerland and obviously the rest of them now. Switzerland have got famous faces such as Lichtsteiner from Juventus, another defender in Johan Giroud. who used to play for Arsenal but now plays for Hamburg. And midfielders Brahmi, who plays for Watford, and Shaqiri, who plays for Stoke. So they got high class players from the Premiership, from Bundesliga and from Serie A. So they got experience, they got a lot more experience than the Romanians do, than the Albanians do. But unfortunately they don't have enough experience, I think, in my opinion, to beat France in this group. But they might come close. You just never know. And third place, Romania. I think they had an unbeaten qualifying campaign, but I think this group is a lot harder. So it is than the group that they had in qualifying. So, but I think it'll be more difficult for them to negotiate France and Switzerland than they did their qualifying group. So that's why I put them in third. But they should have enough quality to beat Albania. And the reason I think they'll beat Albania is because Albania, this is their first major tournament. This is their first major tournament in a long time, and I think outright. Fortunately for them, their first game in qualifying was actually a win against Portugal. So it was. And that set them up for a good qualifying campaign, obviously, as they qualified for the tournament outright. And even though they had that win against Portugal, I think Portugal were putting out a weakened side, because I think they rested Cristiano Ronaldo, their best player, so they have by far. And I think that didn't set them up well for the start of the qualification. But as I said, unfortunately, I don't think they have enough class to beat the three teams in front of them. I think obviously Romania and Albania. I said that Romania should beat Albania, but it could be close. You know, it could be a lot closer than I'm expecting anyway. But I think Group A should turn out France, Switzerland, Romania and Albania. So we're going to move on to Group B. Group B consists of England, Russia, Wales and Slovakia. Now, my prediction is going to be England, Wales, Russia and Slovakia. Now, coming from one of the home nations, as you'll find out later on now, I think it'll be no biasness here anyway, but I think England and Wales, showing their qualifying form, should get out of this group easily. Now, with their star players. But England top. I put England top because they're out to perform. The last tournament win was 50 years ago in 1966. And if you're a football fan, I don't think you need reminded of that now. But I think with the revamped squad that they have, they should easily beat Russia and Slovakia. So they will. And a close match with Wales. The Wales match will determine who tops the group, I think. But I think, obviously, that England will top the group. But you never know going forward. With a young side, Rashford, Vardy and Kane up front. Now, could they come home and win the trophy? With I think they're starting to play Rooney behind the top two rather than put him out as out-and-out striker. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for them, and if they get more goals after both Vardy and Kane and Rashford as well getting strong seasons, and Rashford getting a strong end to the season as well, showing his might at Manchester United, and obviously Vardy winning the title with Leicester and Harry Kane finishing third with Spurs. So my second place team is Wales. So Wales has got Ben Davies from Spurs, Ashley Williams from Swansea, Aaron Ramsey from Arsenal, Joe Allen from Liverpool and Gareth Bale from Real Madrid. So they only have one loss. They had a really good qualifying, so they did to get to this point and to qualify for the tournament, and they only have one loss in qualification altogether, which is astounding for a club. For this is their first major tournament in a long time as well, So they've got Premier League and La Liga experience, as I mentioned in the names that were put forward, and they should sail a top 2 spot and get into the next round. But unfortunately, they lost against Sweden as well, just recently, and hopefully that won't knock their confidence. But that hasn't put them in good stead for the tournament. Hopefully they can revamp, they can get their heads screwed on, see what they did wrong, and just work from there and see how they do in this group. And I think that'll be the top 2. Now Russia, 3rd place, they lost out in 2nd place in the group stage to Greece last time in Euro 2012. So I think they're going to finish 3rd again, as they don't have enough quality, they don't have enough experience at high level as England and Wales do. So I think they're going to finish 3rd, just behind England and Wales. And they're going to beat Slovakia. I think the only 2 standout names for me are Martin Skrtel from Liverpool and Mark Hamsik from Napoli. So as you can see, they haven't got a lot of star quality out there as England and Wales do. But you never know, they qualified for, I think they qualified for a World Cup. It was either 2010 or 2014. So it was, but it was a recent World Cup, and that experience could help them, as they've had major tournament experience in the not so distant past. So you never know, that could boost them. But as I said, between the England and Wales game, now the match between England and Wales will determine their positions, but I think the match between Russia and Slovakia as well will determine who finishes 3rd. And as I mentioned before, 3rd place isn't the end of the world now, because if they finish in the top 4 of 3rd placers, then they can potentially get into the next knockout stage. But it just depends on them. Them 2 are the games to watch: England and Wales and Russia and Slovakia for this group. So that is how I think Group B is going to turn out. Group C consists of Germany, Ukraine, Poland, and my home country, Northern Ireland. And my prediction is going to be Germany, Poland, Northern Ireland, and Ukraine. So it is Germany 1st, Poland 2nd, Northern Ireland 3rd, and Ukraine in 4th. So my reason for Germany 1st, they're joint favourites to win with France, as I said already. They're World Cup winners. They won the World Cup with the Mario Götze winner against Argentina in 2014. So I think they're going to want to see if they can do back-to-back major tournaments and go ahead and win the Euros on top of the World Cup. So unfortunately, as in the World Cup in 2014, they're missing Marco Reus again through injury. But I think with the squad that they have, with the depth of the squad that they have, that they shouldn't worry. And potentially, as I said, they can go on to win the tournament. So the last winners, the last time that they won the tournament was back in 1996. So it is, and they should go far, as I said, in this one also. So as they are joint favourites. And second, Poland. One player pops into mind when you mention Poland. If you're a football fan, you will know exactly who I'm talking about, and that is Robert Lewandowski. So as he will play a major part in Poland's chances throughout this tournament. So they do, if he plays well, the team will go far in this tournament, and you never know. I placed them in second, but you never know, they could go farther. They could go into the quarterfinals, semi-finals. You never know how far they can go into this tournament. So as they won during qualifying, they actually won 1 and lost 1 against Germany. So they were in the same group. So that is a good indicator to see how they will do in this group. But I think Germany will beat them, even with it being 1-1 in matches played during the qualifying. So I think that will be the battle for top, as they know each other so well already. but you never know. I put Germany in top, so I have as they beat Poland in the qualifying group. So Northern Ireland, third. I put them third. Their first tournament in 30 years. They were top of their qualifying group, which is amazing, with only one loss. So they're looking to put in a good show for the fans, and I hope personally, they can put on a massive show. They seem to be massively hyped for this tournament, as it's the first in 30 years, and I hope they go far. So they do, not just from being a fan, being a home supporter, but I hope from the underdog's perspective, like Leicester City this season. Leicester City were everyone's second team, pretty much everybody's second team in the Premiership, and I think this will be, for the underdog status, I think Northern Ireland is a good choice to choose. So I can't see them challenging Germany and Poland, but you never know. If they nick a point off them at some stage, then you never know, they could finish higher. And you never know, if Germany and Poland's defences are terrified and Will Griggs is on fire, anything can happen. I just had to add that in there. And fourth, Ukraine, I put them in fourth because even though they were in third place in their qualifying group, they've had the most losses out of Team C in qualifying. They have 4 losses. 4 losses, and that's the most out of the group altogether. So it is, and they'll be battling Northern Ireland for third place. So they will, as like Northern Ireland, they don't have, I can't see them having enough quality and experience to beat Germany and Poland in this group. So, and as I said, underdog status as well. So as for Ukraine, they could nick a couple of points and upset the apple cart and go on to bigger and better things now. Like as third place, as I mentioned before, could go into the next knockout stage. So that is Group C: Germany, Poland, Northern Ireland, and Ukraine. Group D. Group D consists of Spain, Czech Republic, Turkey, and Croatia. Now this will be a shock for everybody, as I think my prediction is going to be Croatia, Spain, Czech Republic, and Turkey. Now the big shock is I haven't put Spain at the top. Now I think the majority of people would put Spain at the top, but I want to give Croatia a chance. As I said, the underdog status, I think Croatia, they only have one loss in qualification. They got players like Luka Modric, they got Rakitic, they got Perisic and Mandzukic. So they have Modric from Real Madrid, Rakitic from Barcelona, Perisic from Inter Milan, and Mandzukic from Juventus. Now they are massive clubs in the European scene, so they are when it comes to European football. But I can see if the players stay fit and if they keep gelling well, if they gel as well as they did in qualification, I think they can knock Spain for top spot. I honestly do. Out of the lot of the groups, that would be my surprise choice to top the group. Now Spain, they had an easy group in qualification. They have only had 1 loss like Croatia, and they have a lot of star names on their side. So they do, as you would know, with so many names across the board. I haven't got time to name them all. But whether they gel is the deciding factor. Now having star players, a lot of star players in your team doesn't guarantee that they're going to play well. The chemistry may not be there and they're going to falter, as Spain did in the World Cup in 2014. So they were knocked out at this stage in 2014 after winning the World Cup in 2010 and after winning Euro 2012 and Euro 2008 as well. So I think as they had an easy group in qualifying, I think that doesn't give a true perspective of how this team will perform, and I think they will slip up at some stage during this group because it's not an easy group. It's not as easy a group as they had, so I think they're going to finish in second there. Moving on, Czech Republic in third. They were top of the qualifying group, which consisted of Holland and their fellow Group D members of Turkey as well. They got two players that stand out, Petr Cech from Arsenal and Thomas Rosicky from Arsenal as well. So they leaked a lot of goals. They leaked a lot of goals, more than Spain and Croatia did in their qualifying groups. But I think still they can score enough to get them into third place and get enough points to get them there and scrape enough results. Fourth, Turkey. They finished third behind Czech Republic and Iceland in their qualifying group. As I said, Czech Republic were in their group as well. Players such as Turan, Sahin, and the free kick specialist himself, Kalinoglu, who plays for Bayern Leverkusen. Now, Turan plays for Barcelona and Sahin plays for Dortmund. Now, these three clubs, Barcelona, Dortmund and Leverkusen, they're big clubs in their respective competitions as well. So they are in their respective leagues. And they, not to shun their club status, but I think they're going to not gel as well with their opponents. They got a tough group, so they do now, like with Croatia, Spain and Czech Republic to beat, and I don't think they'll do it. But I think with Czech Republic beating them in the groups, in the qualifying group, I think Turkey will finish behind them again, and that is why I put them going from qualifying status. I think that is why they will finish in fourth place. Now, Group E. Group E consists of Belgium, Italy, the Republic of Ireland and Sweden. Now, Italy, they've been unbeaten in the qualifying group. They were 7 wins and 3 draws, which is really, really good. So it is to get through 10 matches and not lose a single one of them. They have a strong depth in their squad. The only concern that I can see is they don't have a big name striker up front. But I think with the other positions that they have now, like they can support the strikers that they have, so they can with big names. Like I think Andre Pirlo's playing, and they got the defence of Chiellini and players such as that. So they have who have played in major stadiums before, or major stages before. And they actually, unfortunately, Italy were runners-up in Euro 2012 against Spain. So they were, and hopefully, if they get in a good run of form in this one, then hopefully they can go far. They can go far and maybe win it this time and move up a place from last time. So second place, I think, is going to be Belgium. They topped the qualifying group also with 1 loss to Wales. So they have now. And the squad boasts a lot of Premier League players like Courtois, Vertonghen, Dembele, Fellaini, De Bruyne, Hazard, Lukaku and Origi. Now that is a lot of names to put into one. That's a lot of big names to put into one squad. So this again is why I think, like Spain, this is why they're not going to top the group, because I think too many big egos could spoil the team's performance. But you never know. They went far in the World Cup, and they may go far in this one as well. The Republic of Ireland, I think Ireland will do a lot better than they did last time. So they will in Euro 2012, because they got Premier League players of their own. So they do, and that should help them. That should help them beat Sweden into third place, and that might guarantee, or that could put them into the knockout stages. As I said, third place actually matters in this competition. And Sweden, like Poland, one player that you can think of out of the whole team is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, between his transfer rumours and all that, is he coming to United? Is he not? Now, like, it just depends. And if he plays well, as you've probably seen if you follow the French League over the last number of years, or Sweden for that matter. Now, like, he has had a lot of good performances. He has scored an overhead kick against Joe Hart, the English goalkeeper. So he has not. I think that was a couple of years ago anyway. So it was, and he has put in some spectacular performances. Scored a lot spectacular goals, and it just depends on his performance to see how they go. And Sweden, their squad consists of 6 of the team that won the under-21 Euro Championships last year. So that is major because they got 6 players who are young, who are motivated, who want to do well for the country to prove that they can earn a place whenever they get older. Now, like, they're being under 21, some of them coming into or in their early 20s. Most of them are in their early 20s anyway. Some of them are late teens, and they're out to perform. Some of them might want to take Zlatan's place. You just never know what the mindset of a youngster or a young footballer can be. But they're pretty much like Marcus Rashford, for instance, for England now. Like, they're out to perform, show the whole of Europe what they can do. So, but unfortunately, I think even with Zlatan Ibrahimovic and even with the six recruits from the under-21 team, I don't think they're going to beat Ireland. So I think they're going to rely too much on Ibrahimovic. So they are for his experience and all that, but I think the Republic have learned from their mistake in Euro 2012, and Sweden are going to finish in last place. Now, Group F consists of Portugal, Iceland, Austria and Hungary. Now, I think prediction is going to be an outright winner, with Portugal being at the top, Austria second place, Hungary third and Iceland fourth. Now, Portugal, they are definitely going to finish in first place. I think with the group of Austria, Hungary and Iceland, there can't be any doubt because they got the best player in the tournament with Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, like, Messi is out of the road, obviously he can't play for Europe, or he can't play in the Euros as Messi plays for Argentina, and it would be pretty weird if he did now, like, but Cristiano Ronaldo has his opportunity to get silverware that Messi will never get. So the team looking to put in a great performance after being knocked out of the group stage of World Cup 2014. They got the easiest group. They had the easiest group in qualifying with the fewest teams. So they did. So that really helped them. That meant that they're more refreshed. So they are to play. They really want to play well. So they do, as obviously they've had the least games. But hopefully that doesn't affect them and gelling together. That doesn't affect them, meaning that they have less match time. Doesn't affect them, doesn't affect their performances playing together. So Austria, unbeaten in their qualifying group with 9 wins and 1 draw. That is a near perfect performance. So it is now with 9 wins and 1 draw. Their star player is David Alaba, and he plays for Bayern Munich. They were joint hosts with Switzerland in Euro 2008, and they should be able to get out of this group, unlike they did in 2008 with their form from qualification. So that'll be interesting to see if they can, because I think it'll be very close between Austria, Hungary and Iceland, but I think Austria should pip it just from their form in qualification. So Hungary, this is their first Euros since 1972. They finished third in qualifying behind Romania and Northern Ireland. So they did, and their highest position they've ever finished was third in 1964. So they did Euro 1964, and this is why, and I put them third because to make 3 threes. So Hungary finishing third in qualifying, and Hungary finishing third overall in Euro 1964, and Hungary finishing third in this group as well. So the final team that we're going to talk about in this video is Iceland. They finished second in their group behind Czech Republic in qualifying with a goal difference of plus 11. I think that is one of the highest qualifying, that is one of the highest qualification goal differences there was in the whole campaign, and that is very good for them. And they'll be hoping the former Chelsea and Barcelona striker Gudjohnsen can turn back the years and score many goals like he did when he played for them two major clubs back in the early 2000s. But unfortunately, I don't think they have enough quality. I don't think they have enough quality to beat Portugal for a start. I don't think any of the teams have enough quality to do that. I think with the form that Austria has, I don't think they're going to beat Austria either. And Hungary will be, it'll be a battle for third, another battle for third, as I think it'll be tight between Hungary and Iceland. And being there one of their first major tournaments as well, it'll be interesting to see how well they do. And potentially, if they finish third, as I mentioned in the past 6 groups, third could turn into a knockout stage fixture for them. So there we go, that is my prediction for Euro 2016 group stage. This has been a long video. It's been a lot of research has gone into this now, and I think it'll be interesting to see how well I do with the point system. So as there is a maximum of 28 points on offer for the group stage alone. So it is between the top 2 positions and 3rd place. And we're going to see if any of my predictions prevail, and it'll be, we'll just have to wait and see. It'll be, I think, a couple of weeks anyway. It'll be a couple of weeks anyway until the knockout stages. So until then, this video will replace this week's Man United career mode. Next week we'll be back on track with the Man United career mode. So we will. So between having the international football, you have that to look forward to as well. So thanks very much for watching another video on this channel. Hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, enjoy the Euros. Bye!